I'm dating Addison. And I was like, bro, cool, yo, I'm so happy for you. So they date for about a year. And then she breaks up with him. And then, about, she breaks up. I was kind of sad for him. But all in all, like, I really did, like, who cares? I mean, it's just a girl. And then at the end, we went to this big dairy farm. It was a dairy farm, a dairy farm for, like, a school field. And, well, it ended up that the rival schools were going to be there, so he was going to see her. And, he was wondering, he wanted to actually get back together with her, and I didn't understand that. And, while he was trying to get back together with her, I was trying to hook her brother up, and, I was over there talking to her, and she was like, I was like, hey, you want to get back together with Gunner? And she said, no. And I said, why? And she said, I want to get together with you. And I'm like, well, hang on. You want to get together with ugly, musty, hot Cheeto over here? Seriously? Like, you want to get together with me? And, she's like, yeah. And, so I talked to Gunner, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, bro, you should not date her. She's a hoe. She cheated on you. You should not date her. And I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. And then, like, a week later, my dude shows up to school, and it's like, hey, guess what? And I'm like, what? I'm dating Addison. And I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, she called me, and she said she wanted to get back together. And I was like, bro, you seriously told me not to date her, and you like, the next day you're dating her. Bro, seriously, like, you're not joking. And he was like, no, I'm not. And then, like, 2 days later, he shows up at school, and he's like, hey, she just dumped me. And I'm like, that's what you get. He said, the only reason why she wanted to date me is so she could get in contact with me. With you. And I'm like, that's what you get, ho. Now guess what, since you dated her, I'm gonna date her now. And he's like, whatever you say, bro, whatever. And then, like, I dated her for like a week, and then she's like, hey, Noah, guess what? I'm like, what? I'm moving to Red River. That was our school at the time. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, because she lived at the rival school, but she literally lived like a mile away from our school. And I'm like, that is insane. And then I told Gunner the next day in the morning, and he was so upset because he wasn't dating her, and she was gonna move. So she ends up moving, and my God, bro, she is more gorgeous in person. And I'm just like, wow, look how freaking ugly, musty fingers, Cheeto fingers over here got. And so we date for about 2 months. Then there's this school field trip, and let me remind you, I was 12 years old. We were during this school field trip to the movie theater, and for some reason, the teacher said that we could actually, like, go and pick who we want to sit with. And I was like, bet. So I sat with my girl, with my best friend at the right of me, and I was like, how do you feel about Gunner sitting next to us? And she's like, oh, it's okay. And she said, hey, guess what? What? She said, how about we make out to get him jealous? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to make out, and plus, it'd make him jealous. And, bro, that would be hilarious if we just started full-on bloat making out while he was just sitting right next to her. So we made out for about 10 minutes, and then right in the movie theater, and our teacher caught us. And I was like, oh, my God. And the teacher caught us, and we ended up having to leave the theater and sit in separate buses for, like, the rest of the field trip. And then my buddy, he ended up getting onto the same bus as him, and I was like, bro, what'd you think of that? And he was like, well, I mean, she only did it once with me. Looks like she was having a fun time over there. And I was like, she's not bad. And then, Then, what my dude did is he started flirting with her. He said, I'm going to try to get her back. I mean, he didn't literally say that to me. He said it mentally. He's going to try to get her back. So he actually starts flirting with her, and one thing led to another that they start dating. When they don't start dating, she cheats on me with him. And he ends up telling me he did it because he felt bad. because they ended up going to church and out in the bathroom. Like, how freaking, like, who makes out at a church event? So they're making out at the church event, and then he comes to me the next day, and he's like, bro, I gotta tell you something. Me and Addie make out, and he was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, bro, seriously? You did that? That's literally the hottest girlfriend I've ever had. He's like, I know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm such a bad friend, and all that. And I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, well, seriously, she literally told me that me and her should date, and that she's gonna break up with me. And I'm like, what? And I'm a little, like, seriously, like a little shocked at it. And then he ends up telling me that I'm not even gonna try. If she breaks up with you, I'm not gonna date her. And I'm like, you know what, Bet? Hang on, I'm gonna break up with this hoe, okay? And he's like, wait, really? And I'm like, yeah, bros for life, bro. We don't get hoes all the time, bros for life. And I end up breaking up with her at recess, and I break up with her at recess, and she was a little upset. And I said, bros before hoes. And she literally rats on me as a teacher. Whenever I get called to the principal's office, she's like, look at my favorite two people in the world right here. That's what the principal said. He said, Noah Smith and Addie Spencer. And then I'm like, I'm your favorite two people? That's kind of weird, but I guess he meant because of, like, how we had a history and how we, like, we went and we got called to the principal's office a lot. And well, one thing led to another. I got suspended for a day. And then, about, a week later, my other best friend, Dalton, starts dating her. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? Are you freaking kidding me? He dates her for about a month. And they break up. And then she goes back to me. And then after I say no, bros before hoes, then she starts going around the school talking about how fat I am. And I'm going to be honest with you. In the 5th grade, I was a little chunky. I had a little meat on me. I'm not afraid to admit it. But it's kind of hard because whenever you can't fight a girl. Like, you really can't. And well, sorry, I'm just trying to focus on this game. And well, I ended up telling my best friend that I'm actually moving. I am for real moving, and I actually am moving to Corbin, where I live now. And I end up getting Instagram, and then I figure out what her Instagram is. And I text her and I say, hey, what's up, Mo? I'm not that fat anymore, am I? And she goes, no, you're actually looking pretty good. And that happened like not 2 weeks ago, because like I haven't been this for 3 years, I hadn't talked to this whole 3 years, and then she texts me. Well, I text her. I end up texting her. We're best friends now and everything. I end up texting him that she what she say? And I was like, oh, she said this, and I don't really care. And I best friend today. Well, that's about it. I mean, this until now. And then, well, that will be it.